The flag is over there.
Hello everybody, welcome to the July 10th, 2023 meeting of the Rotary Club of Lexington. We are going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance led by past president. Veronica.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First verse of America by past president Martin.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims ride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
We better not make a CD.
Maybe the other dentist should start us off next time. And the invocation please by past president Bill Cassell.
We come together to work, to play, and to share. We pause to give thanks to all those people, seen and unseen, who make it possible for us to do. We hope that in the coming day and days, we may have the opportunity to share and to respect and to care for one another and others. For all that we have, we give thanks. Amen.
Thank you. And now we have the Secretary's attendance by past president Rick.
Thank you very much, President Meaghan. Today we have 14 Rotarians. 14 in attendance. That is the report.
All right. So now we're going to move on to the all-time favorite kinds of happy dollars. Does anybody have any? Oh.
Would you like to postify?
Okay.
No. Lori?
No, it's not on it.
No.
Are we including him?
Who?
Mary?
He's not on the phone, is he?
I thought it was one of you.
Well, there's only 13 of us, isn't there?
I counted him. Because he was here for the board meeting, that's why. He
So
got
I
credit.
can put him on here then?
Yes.
So on that person now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, well, I will start because I just got a $5 fine because I didn't have my badge on. And from past president Veronica. And the $5, other $5 is just, I'm thrilled to be here. Was for my first board meeting and meeting. Anybody else?
$20 for Meaghan's first presidential meeting. She was outstanding at the board meeting. I remember.
It was a long time ago.
It was, and just happy to have it.
All right.
Any other hands? Any other hands? Okay, got a light week this week. Oh, President Bill.
I'm retired now.
Oh.
And I have 20 happy dollars. I plan on continuing to teach, but not a classroom, so I won't be 24/7 anymore. I plan on being able to come to these meetings. And let's say $10 is for that. Other $10 though is to find out, this is what I would hope a third grader
Oh boy, don't look at me.
sitting here
Second grade was my senior
would
year.
say, having heard, this is what we want to develop in our third graders. To ask questions, to observe, wonder, observe, and puzzle about something. And the puzzlement that my third grader
Hey, listen, I got a
would
picture.
have is that I'm paying $10 to the executive committee here to answer is, we had, I believe, was it 14 members here today?
Including,
What if we had had 2 more? What do we do? This is a third grade question. We know that there's 1 more chair. We have 1 more member. Sit here. Where do the other members, 2 or 3 members, go?
On the couch.
That's my third grade question, which I'd like to pay $10 to have answered.
I thought we answered.
on the couch.
On the couch?
Huh?
Those seats over there?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Pass.
Did you pass? Okay. Thank you so much, Bill. We're happy to have you back as much as we can have you. Good, everybody good? All right, I'm moving on to announcements. Anybody have any announcements?
Weather sucks.
Yeah, weather sucks, that's a good announcement. So we do have our senior barbecues confirmed with Lexington Housing Authority. So we moved them up a week. We moved them up a week in hopes that it wouldn't be raining. So they are going to be Tuesday, September 19th at Countryside, Wednesday, September 20th at Vinebrook, and Thursday, September 21 at Greeley Village. So all members are encouraged to attend those and to participate in at least one of the barbecues. We always have a good time. The food is donated by past President Shannon Brookhaven, and it's always a event not to be missed. So, we've moved on from comedy night. Those, that was a success. We raised about $12,000. We're on to focusing on next year. We're going to be having a debate between doing March and May. We're thinking of maybe moving it into March because there may be more availability of folks as opposed to May when people are busy. And maybe they'll be dying to get out of the house after a long winter. So maybe we might get some more attendance at comedy night. That hasn't been decided yet. So those are just some of the thoughts that we're having surrounding that. I'm going to be reaching out to people in the next 2 weeks, just talking about committees. So if you can remember what committees you're on, I'm going to be going through and seeing what people are on, what they want to continue to being on them, and what they would need, what they would like to see happen on those committees, and if they need any additional support, anything like that. So look forward for some communication from me on that. Any other business? Oh, Steve, you want to talk about the selection meeting, just that that's going to be happening?
Past President Dan has been working diligently on the plaque for Jack Maloney at the Community Center. So we went to a select board meeting several months ago, and they wanted to refine it a little bit as far as the size of that. Dan's going to want to work with that as far as the sizing. So there's going to be another meeting on the 24th, he's going to give it back to us on the agenda, so we don't, if anybody's interested in attending, you don't have to go through the whole thing. We did this week, say it was at 8 o'clock or whatever, we show up a little before 8 o'clock, like this is the whole select board meeting. You can get back to us about that. But nice to have a couple members there in support of that. It seems that whatever townspeople have a cause, they do have additional people there, just show the support, just like it seems to help with that. So that's something that's moving on, trying to get that finalized there in January.
If nobody has any other new business or announcements, we're going to launch the weekly raffle, which is the
Blue tickets.
blue tickets. These items were given by Uville Place, Bickling Financial, the Rotary Club of Lexington, and Arlex Oil. If you do the honors.
Ma'am? Small tickets. 017. I know.
That's why you're the president.
Good job. This is my lucky day.
It's just a good old lucky year.
Thank you.
Could it get better than this?
Next ticket. 009. All right. 016. What do I got?
Nobody
Nobody get it.
can come today.
And last but not least,
Great, I love them.
011.
That's gotta be here.
Oh, those are great.
You have one.
Sure.
Because everyone else is like 11. I know 11 and 9.
Yeah.
Oh, I have 124.
Right color?
That's all right, one of us will win the money.
Oh, yeah.
All right, after that riveting raffle, Murray called me at like 9 o'clock last night and told me that he wanted me to do a classification as well as all my other responsibilities that I had today, so thank you, Vice President Murray. I didn't really have any time to prepare anything. I went to the office and printed out just some fun pictures and stuff, so.
We're gonna do here, presentation is, from now on, the new president is always having classification.
They're just some photos of
Got a couple of cupcakes and brownies over here.
So, many of you, most of you know me. My name is Betty.
All right, if you're gonna speak, go stand up near the front. Hold it, Megan.
Yeah. I was in hospital on January 14th, 1980. And I am from Lexington, Massachusetts. I lived here till I was 18. I went to college at the Evergreen State College in Olympia, Washington. I lived in San Francisco for a few years after that. I moved home just before we won the World Series for the first time in 2004. That's how I can always remember. Because there was something to do every night when I got back here, which was a lot of fun. And then in 2006, I got my real estate license. And I've been working at William Rivers Real Estate with my mother, Joyce, for almost like 17 years, which seems pretty crazy. It's a job that I love and thankfully I'm good at, and allows me the freedom to do a lot of things, especially like kids love and all sorts of different things. So I printed out a couple pictures this morning just for fun. This is my dog Cookie. Cookie I adopted 3 years ago yesterday. She is a 9-year-old blend of a Mall Terrier, and which is a little Irish dog. And she is very much like me. She's kind of mean and kind of stubborn, but most of the time happy. Just don't back her into a corner. This is a family shot of, this is my mother Joyce, and my stepfather Gordy. We went to the Chatham Bars Inn for her 70th birthday party like 2 years ago. The only picture of Kurt, the boyfriend, is on the left here. He lives up in New Hampshire and has 2 sons, Levi and Elijah, who are 21 and 16, and they're great. And our relationship is excellent because we each have our own house in a different city. And that's the way it works. This is me and Joyce in front of Lexington High School. So I graduated Lexington High School in 1998. She and my father graduated Lexington High School in 1969. And that's us. And you wouldn't have thought, you know, in high school that we would be business partners and best friends, but, you know, things change. So if you have teenagers, teenage girls, remember, things can turn around. all is not lost. This is an old picture of me and my dad, Gary. So he also went to Lexington High School and went to the University of Notre Dame, and he unfortunately passed away almost 10 years ago. He was a good guy. This is a funny old picture of me and my 2 brothers at James back Christmas a long time ago. And another one of these guys that I like of Lexington Little League. This is sometimes just always the non-winning face, sometimes happen. And so Patrick he went to the Citadel and then went right into the Navy, and he is about to move to Bahrain to be the rear commodore of like the 5th Fleet, something pretty hardcore. So this was a while ago when he was the captain of a minesweeper. He's since been the captain of a destroyer What's the name of it? But it was the Bainbridge, which was the one who is famous because it was the one who saved Captain Phillips. And now he is not getting another ship, but he's going to Bahrain. So that's sort of like a constantly at war shipyard, basically. And so when any ship comes into that shipyard, he becomes the captain of that ship. So it's a pretty big deal, and we're very proud of him. My other brother James is also a real estate guy who lives in San Francisco, and he's the best too. I lucked out in that department. Let's see. I don't even know when I joined this Rotary Club. I think it's been at least 10 years, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. I can talk about real estate, but most of you guys know about it. If you have any questions about it, you can ask me. Yeah?
Yeah, that's me. That's what it's about. So, what was your major in college when you were up at San
Yeah.
And what did you do for work when you were living in San Francisco?
My major in college was kind of like, conflict resolution studies, and also, I studied in Ireland, I studied in Russia. I went to Russia my freshman year for the whole summer. You didn't really have set majors at the Evergreen State College, but I did mostly, a liberal arts degree, and got to see parts of the world, learn about different cultures and people.
Another question, what part of Russia?
I was in a little town called Pskov, Pskov. It was like south of St. Petersburg. But we did go to Moscow. We took an overnight train to Moscow. And it was pretty cool. It was so hot there that the stuff under the ground was burning. So it was just smoke filled all the way to this train to Moscow. And St. Petersburg was amazing too. Russia was a very cool place, and we lived with a family. I lived with a family in a little Soviet block apartment, and I didn't speak any Russian. And it was just very cool. It was a cool thing for a 19-year-old who thinks they know everything about everything. To go do something like that for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah, and working in San Francisco, I did mostly waitressing. I worked in a laser factory, which was awful. And I worked there for 2 weeks. Do you want to work here? And I was just thinking about it the other day. I was like, it was an expensive place. It's hard. I think when you graduate from college, you're 21. You still don't really know exactly what you want to do. But those years until you figure it out are just very difficult because you realize how expensive you are. A, and nobody else is going to pay for you. B, how am I going to figure that out? C, and I was like, I need a mentor. I need somebody to help me figure it out. And it took me a while to realize that I already had one. I just didn't know it in my mom. So, yeah.
What path brought you to Rotary after all of this?
I think I was just about 30. And I had been doing real estate a couple of years. I was looking for a sort of organization or something like that to join. And I saw my friend from high school, Kay Horiuchi's picture in the Colonial Times. And I called her and I said, what's up with Rotary? And she invited me to a meeting at Waxy's. And that was it. I joined and she left. So that's how that came to be. So thanks to Jim Shaw, I guess, right?
Did anybody leave when you joined?
Sure, okay. A lot of
Anybody
people,
else?
yeah. So who was the president? So, why am I spacing on his name? The guy from Polaroid who passed away.
Doug Holmes.
Doug was the president, but he was finishing up when I joined, and then David Brother was the president after that. So a lot of people have left since I started. But we've gained a lot of nice new people too. So.
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm missing? When I got Cookie, just about 3 years past the university of my dog, I bought a little house in Billerica right on the Concord River about 3 years ago as well. I call it my river shack. And that was one of the best things I did. Anybody who can stop renting should. And have a call me. And Yeah, that's about it. I'm on vacation right now in the Cape, as you can see,
I can see
with
that.
with my mother and my brother Patrick's wife and daughter. I have a look-alike niece who every time we are together, you know, everybody always thinks she's my daughter, and her mother needs that. Has these genes to run strong, I guess. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to another week of that. I have my 25th high school reunion on Saturday, and we're going, which doesn't seem possible, and we're going to Gardy's place. So I got that worked out for us. Me and Dan, who's his oldest daughter, Becky, is in my class as well. And I don't know, I'm looking forward to the rest of the summer and the rest of the year. And I'm really open to any of people's ideas of what they want this club to look like. You know, what are other fundraisers that you think that we could do? What are other organizations, whether they be local or not, that you have a passion about, anything that you're passionate about and you want this club to focus on or to talk about it. I'm open to talk to you guys and figure out what you want to do, because this is everybody's club and I'm just happy to be a part of it. All right, on to the 50-50.
Yeah.
All right, raffle,
We got nothing.
any color but blue. $25. Had cataract surgery, you can only see out of this eye close up. 762.